Hello everyone, this is the Shitcoin Detective, and today let's take a look at the fourth website of this scam network that I discovered a few days ago. So we already covered the MetaMask token, the TERC, and today we are taking a look at the flag network. I think they are covering, these scams are targeted at different people. So the flag network seem to be targeted at people who are into gaming on the blockchain and who believe that there is some sort of technology behind this, but we'll see that that's actually not the case for this token. So the token is supposed to be in the IDO stage. However, it is already being traded, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't invest into this IDO, because yeah, let's take a look at that. So this is their IDO page, which says we are at round 3, where you can buy the token at $0.015, and it's gonna last till the 26th of March, which is it's approximately a week from now. So we will check back in a week if there has been any updates, if this turned out to be a mistake of mine, or this was actually a scam. So you can buy the IDO with any of these tokens, BNB, BUSD, or USDT, and you shouldn't. And there seems to be a lot of promises that you will get NFTs and you get game and you get staking. They're trying to check up all the buzzword that is in the crypto. If they try to appear larger than what they actually are. So once again, we see that there is a Telegram channels which are absolutely botted, because there is no way that there is 180,000 people following them on Telegram. And if you check out these Telegram channels, these are basically they are like a desert. There is nobody there. So the token is being sold at 0.015 cents. However, it is already traded, and it's about 5 cents. So in theory, if you buy this, then immediately you would make a profit, but you actually don't, because the tokens that you're getting are not tradable. And I'm wondering if it will be tradable ever. Maybe it will be, or maybe they will not enable the sales of these tokens at all. With the other token, the Meta Kings, I checked their Telegram channel, and they are delaying the launch of the tokens, and they gave a vague description why it wouldn't happen. But basically, they said they would unlock the tokens, and that didn't happen because, and I quote this, because the price would dump. And yes, that is absolutely going to happen, because when you are buying this IDO, then your money doesn't actually go into the liquidity pool. So here is a PooCoin analysis and price history of this token. And what we can see here is that there is a total of $459,000, so about $500,000 in the liquidity pool. However, and this is important, when we take a look at the actual token trackers page, right, and we go to the first page, what we can see here is that 50% of the tokens, about $200 million worth of token, is held by a lockup, and the second wallet holds $70 million worth of token, and this is an unlocked wallet. And if we scroll down all the way here, at the 11th holder is PancakeSwap. So there are a few people here that hold more tokens than PancakeSwap actually. So if the unlocking would happen, then basically anyone from this top 50 page would be able to dump the token basically all the way to nothing, right? If they would start selling, the price immediately would crash 99.9% or more, you know. Basically, the token would be absolutely worthless if the unlocking would start. So, and why is that? So why is it possible that these tokens are so worthless once the unlocking starts? So the reason is because people are getting their tokens without actually buying them. So, for example, we can see here there is this transaction, for example, 28 days ago, where someone bought the token for 10 BNB, and they received $100,000 worth of token. So this is someone using the buy IDO page and basically buying the token. Now, I've been looking at the top buyers of this token, and I've noticed that the transaction history of these wallets are very, very strange, because as you can see, this is a wallet that bought the IDO. You can see they transferred in 10 BNB, bought the IDO, and then that's it. That's all the transaction history of this wallet. And we can see that the top holders are, you know, I can randomly select the top holder, and then we can see that the only thing that they ever did, right, was transferring BNB and then buying the IDO. Like this wallet here just randomly throws around, you know, dozens of BNBs. And where did the BNB come from? You know, that is always a very good question. From this tornado cash. I'm going to cover this in another video. This is basically a way to launder your money on the Binance Smart Chain. It's not exactly possible, but for casual inspectors, you can break your, you know, the transfer history, because it locks down the BNB. You can just transfer it to Tornado Cash and just park it there and then withdraw it to another wallet. So basically it's a way you can park money and then use it later. And the people who are using this are typically scammers. So I'm just going to assume here that the scammer here bought, you know, used his 100 BNB, withdraw it from from another scam, and then bought the flag network token, right? So the next question is, if your money doesn't end up in the liquidity pool, because basically people are buying this token, like that other person bought it for 20 BNB and his BNB didn't end up in the liquidity pool, meaning that the tokens that he bought are not sellable for the same amount as advertised here. This 5 cents is it's not for everyone. It's just for, you know, the early people. You can dump the price of the token very quickly. So where did it end up? I was following a lot of transactions. With this flag network, the transaction history is really difficult, because I've even noticed that the IDO sales was done by more than one smart contract. But I believe I was able to track it down. So this is one of the wallets where the IDO money ends up. So as we can see here, there is 300,000 USD worth of BNB in it. If we go to the transaction history, we can see that here, 23 days ago, from the deployer, this wallet received 147 BNB. You know, it's a nice amount of money. And then it started forwarding it to other wallets or locking it down on this Tornado Cash. So it's a way you can get rid of money, as I said, and you can withdraw it into other wallets. And, you know, this is one of those wallets that casually throws around 100 BNB. So there's a lot of money going around. And after this, he received this 147 BNB. He went ahead and created this price appreciation, right? Because there is, here we can see there is swapping Ethereum. Yeah, it says Ethereum here, but it's actually BNB that is being swapped. So he received money from the deployer, right? And then he goes on and PancakeSwap and buys Flag Network token. So the reason why that is happening is to basically bring up the price. So there is this quite a lot of transaction history, but most of the people are unable to buy the, they are able to buy the token, they're unable to sell the tokens that they bought at the IDO because the tokens are locked down. So the reason why this price goes up is because the money that you paid for it, for the deployer or for something else, is being used by others to buy up the token and to appreciate the price. Additionally to this, a few minutes ago, this really curious transaction history started happening with this wallet, where this wallet just randomly started sending very small amount of BNB to other wallets, right? We are talking about, this is like 1 Gwei, I think, to other wallets. Like, I am absolutely stunned the way they're trying to either obfuscate the network or just overload the network with transactions. This wallet randomly sending very small amount of BNB to other wallets, and I cannot see any pattern here and why this is happening. So I'm seriously curious why some of these transactions are happening. In any case, what I can tell you is if you buy the Flag Network IDO, your money is not going to the liquidity pool. So the tokens that you're buying are significantly less value than advertised, basically. So not 5 cents, but not even the 0.015 cents. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and calculate the value of the tokens that you're buying, all right? So for this calculation, we need to know the value in the liquidity pool, which is about $500,000. The maximum amount of tokens that this token can have, which is 10 billion tokens, and the current price, which is 5 cents. So the total supply, I've quickly run this into a calculator, and according to my calculation, the price is about 1,100 times more than what it's supposed to be if we take the LP and we put the total supply into it, basically. So this is very concerning. You shouldn't really be buying this token, because even at the not at the sales price, but at the actual price that you are supposedly pay for the token, it's still 30 times more than what the price is suggested by the liquidity pool. So these ratios are really bad. The token price can very quickly dump by even a few people who bought this liquidity pool, this IDO. So on their website, they also claim that they have an audited. I took a look at this audit. It seems to be a proper audit by attack rate. They reviewed the code, right? And what they are saying basically is that the code is all right. And this is a review for developers, basically, that their contract cannot be exploited by a third party. It's not a review for you, that the developer cannot exploit you. So there are no security issues with it, as in a case that the token will do exactly what the developer wants. And for us, actually, this is the important part. So the owner privileges, and they say, oh, if it's not basically renounced. So what can the owner of this token do? So the owner can add locked contracts, right? It can authorize addresses, which means that it can also revoke authorizations. It can change the unlock timestamp. So whatever they are suggested as the unlock time can change, which did change at the MetaKings. And they can withdraw the BNB and BEP20 tokens from the contract. So the contract is this one, right? This is the PancakeSwap contract. This is the contract. So any token which is here, which is, oh yeah, of course they have the tag token in their own contract. Not a huge surprise. Basically, they can remove tokens from here, which they did, because we can see here that the deployer was sending 100 BNB, 170 BNB to a third address, which is then used to launder money and then to trade the tokens. So this is not surprising. Oh, look at that. 300 BNB added to the liquidity of the flat network. So yeah, I think this was when the original 1/4 of the liquidity pool was placed. But it's also used for other things, like here, contract creation. Why did that happen? So did they need another contract? Apparently they did. What does this contract do? The contract has 14 million worth of flag network. So this must be another deployer that they made, probably. So yes, you should absolutely be careful when dealing with IDOs, and you can get burned very easily. You can get money off it very easily, but usually what happens with IDOs is some people will get early a lot of tokens that is and it is absolutely worthless when we are talking about this sort of IDOs. So my conclusion for the flag network is stay away from it. It is very much like the MetaMask, the Terk, and the MetaKings. There is no substance behind this token, nothing at all, and they claims about staking and minigame and launch pools. None of this is there, right? There are tokens that actually have these features. There are projects that have these features, and they are working. You should contribute into those projects if possible, and not something that is just promises that they will do that, and instead they take their money and they don't place it into a liquidity pool. They keep it in their own pockets. So once again, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, these are the ways how you can support the channel. You can like, share, and subscribe. And this is my wallet address if you wish to send me some tokens. And you can join me on Telegram, where there's about 700 people now there, and there is some discussion about tokens. Any questions are welcome there. I wish you safe trading and take care, everyone.